last video we have seen about a girl who had a fear of thunder. Do you have any same feelings? What things you are afraid of? I am afraid of dark. Are you afraid of dark? Today let us see a poem related to this darkness. The poem name is The Dark. Who is the poet of this poem? James Carter. James Carter, an English writer and also a guitarist. He plays guitar. He is very good in playing guitar, and also he is a famous poet who has written number of poems and stories for the children. And this poem that we are going to see, The Dark, is the winner. Is the winner of Raymond Wilson Poetry Competition in 2001. See how famous poem is you are going to learn today. Are you ready to learn? Okay, let us start the poem. The poem name is The Dark. And who is the poet? James Carter. James Carter. This poem is about darkness. This poem tells you how the darkness is, how some people take the darkness as, and what the poem is, the darkness is good for. Is a good thing or is it a bad thing? Let us see through this poem written by James Carter. Why are we so afraid of the dark? See, the poem itself is begun with a question. Why are we so afraid of the dark? Are you afraid of the dark? Yes, me too. I am also very scared of dark. Here, the poet is asking us, why are we so afraid of the dark? It doesn't bite and doesn't bark, or chase old ladies round the park, or steal your sweeties for a lark. See, what is the poet is saying in this first stanza? He is saying that, why are we afraid of the dark? Does it bark us? What is the meaning of bark? Bark means sound produced by dogs. Here, why this bark word is used? It is just a rhyming word. It is a rhyming word for dark. Dark, bark, park, lark. This all gives you the same sound. The meaning do not compare here, but the rhyming words, the sound words we have to see. Dark, lark, bark, park. These all gives you the same sound. That's why it is given here to rhyme. Rhyming words are used to moderate a poem, to make a poem interesting. So the poet has used these rhyming words here to make it beautiful. So what is the poet is saying here? Why are we so afraid of the dark? It doesn't bite and doesn't bark. He says that the darkness won't bite us. It won't attack us. It won't make it won't make any sound which will scare you. But still we people feel afraid. We feel scared of the dark. Suppose if it is night and suddenly lights go off, then how will you feel? You will be scared until your mom or dad will lit a candle or a lamp, or they will lit anything, lighting. Till we get the lightness, we will get scared. We will be afraid. So the poet is saying, why are we feeling so? Why? What will happen if the darkness is there? Why can't even a single minute we can't stay in darkness? There is nothing. It won't do anything. But still, we are scared of the darkness. Same thing the poet is saying here. It doesn't bite and doesn't bark, or chase old ladies round the park. It says that it won't chase us. It won't run after us. Then why we people are being scared? Or steal your sweeties for a lark. It says that it won't steal your sweeties. What is the meaning of sweeties? Sweeties means sweets. What is the meaning of sweeties? Sweets. It is saying that, the poet is saying that the darkness won't steal your sweets for a lark. What is the meaning of lark? Lark means for a joke. Even in joke, as a joke also, this darkness won't steal your sweets, won't steal your lovable things. But why still we feel scared? So this is about first stanza. Let us see the next stanza. And though it might not let you see, and though it might not let you see, it lets you have some privacy. What is the poet is saying? Though it might not let you see. See, in the darkness, can you see? Suppose if there is nothing here, it is totally dark. Can you see anything? Without the help of any candle or camera or candle or cell phone or anything, without any lighting, we can't. If it is darkness, in the night, I am saying in the night when power is off, and also when you do not have a candle or any cell phone to get a light, then can you see anything? It is very difficult, we can't see. So the poet is saying that darkness won't allow you to see. Because of darkness, we can't see anything. It lets you have some privacy. Though it do not allow you to see anything, but it will give you some privacy. It will give you some special place from the others. You can, you won't be able to. Nobody can see you in darkness. If you want to hide from others, if you want to hide, if you don't want to show your problem, if you don't want to show your sadness or your feelings to others, this darkness will help you. It will give you some privacy. And also the poet says that, and gives you time to go to sleep, provides a place to hide or weep. The poet is saying that in this stanza he is saying the good things. What are good things? What are the benefits of the darkness? He is saying that it will give you some privacy. He says that it gives you time to sleep. When will you sleep? When we all people sleep? In the darkness, when it is night. When it is night, when it is dark, that time we will all go to sleep. Why? Because our body needs to relax. So the poet is saying here that darkness is very good. It is good. It will give you some privacy, and also it will give you some time to sleep. Or else if it is daylight, full day in the daylight we will be working. Nobody will relax. But when it is dark, when it is night, when there is no lighting, the people will take rest. They will go to sleep. They will spend some time to sleep. It provides a place to hide or weep, and also the poet says that it provides a place to us to hide or to weep. When will you weep? When we are sad, when we have lost anything, when we are in despair. That time we will feel very sad and we will weep. So when we will weep, will you come? Will you weep or will you cry in front of the people? No. We will need some privacy. So the poet says that the darkness gives you a place to hide or to weep, and also it will give you time to sleep, and also it gives you some privacy to be with us. So to comfort ourselves, this darkness helps us. So these are the good things which are said about the darkness. Now let us see the next stanza. It cannot help but be around. It cannot help. Who is it here? Darkness cannot help but be around when beastly things make beastly sounds. What is beastly? Beastly means unpleasant things. Something which is not good, something which will scare you. That things. It cannot help but be around. So darkness won't help. It won't help, but it will be always with us. It will be around us. Why? When beastly things make beastly sounds, when you hear some unpleasant sounds, some strange sounds, what will be with us? This darkness will be with us. When back doors slam and windows creak, back doors, when the back door slam means what? It is a sound. Suddenly if a door gets and hits, that gives you slam sound. And also windows creak, this creak sound is also, it is a sound word. When windows will move, it will give you a sound like creak sound or shriek sound, these types of sounds. Slam is produced by doors and creak is produced by windows. When suddenly something happens, when suddenly a force of wind comes, so windows will creak and doors will slam. When cats have fights and voices shriek, when cats also, sometimes you will hear some cats making sound in the darkness. What is that? That sound is called shriek sound. So like this, in this stanza, the poet is saying that how darkness is always with us. It is around us. When beastly things make beastly sounds, when back doors slam and windows creak, when cats have fights and voices shriek. Next stanza. The dark is cozy, still and calm. The poet is saying that the dark is cozy and also still and calm. What is the meaning of cozy? Cozy means comfortable, being relaxed. It is very good. The dark is good and also still. Still means without moving, without any movement. And calm. How is the darkness? It is still, cozy and calm. How is the darkness? It is cozy, still and calm and never does you any harm. Does any darkness do any harm to you? No, it will do no harm to us. In the loft below the sink, in the loft means what? The area which is the empty area near the roof. That is called loft. Something to keep. In the loft or below the sink, it's somewhere nice and quiet to think. So, where you will find the darkness? Darkness you will find in the lofts, below the sinks, and also somewhere where it is very quiet and nice things you will find this darkness. So, these are the 4 stanzas. But let us once again, let me give you drilling. Why are we so afraid of the dark? Why are we so afraid of the dark? It doesn't bite and doesn't bark, or chase old ladies round the park, or steal your cities for a lark. And though it might not let you see, it lets you have some privacy and gives you time to go to sleep, provides a place to hide or read. It cannot help but be around when beastly things make beastly sounds, when back doors slam and windows creak, when cats have fights and voices shriek. The dark is cozy, still and calm, and never does you any harm. In the loft, below the sink, it's somewhere nice and quiet to think. Now let us see the last stanza. Deep in cupboards, pockets too, it's always lurking out of view. Why won't it come out till it's night? Perhaps the dark's afraid of light. What is the meaning of this stanza? Deep in cupboards, pockets too, it is always lurking out of view. Where can you see this? Where can you see the darkness? In the sinks, in the last stanza we have seen it is in the sinks or in the loft or in the deep cupboards or in the pockets. What is it will do? It is always lurking out of view. Lurking means trying to come out slowly, and it is always waiting to come out. How a thief will be waiting to enter into a house to steal anything slowly, how he will go like that. The darkness also, it will be lurking out of view. It will be always waiting to come out of the cupboards, come out of the pockets. Why it is waiting for the darkness? It will come when it is night. Why won't it come out till it is night? So when will you see this darkness? Only in the night, not in the daytime. So here the poet says that, why won't it come out till it is night? Perhaps the dark is afraid of light. So what reason he said? He said that darkness is afraid of light. He says that because the darkness is afraid of light, that's why it waits till it is night. So this is the reason that James Carter has found why the darkness, why all we are so afraid. Though this darkness is afraid of something, the darkness is afraid of light, that's why it won't come out. When it will come out? Only when it is night. Only night time it comes out, so there is nothing to be afraid. Like this, the poet comforts us in this poem that we should not be afraid of the darkness. Why? Because the darkness is afraid of something. What is the darkness afraid of? Something? It is afraid of light. It is afraid, it is scared of light. That's why it won't come when it is light. When the light has gone away, that means when it is night, the dark will come out from the cupboards, pockets or lofts or sinks. Okay. Have you understood? Isn't it wonderful poem? Yes, it is very beautiful poem written by James Carter, which was the winner of Raymond Wilson Poetry Competition in 2000. one. Now let us see these meanings once. What is the meaning of sweeties? Sweets. Sweeties means sweets. For a lark means for a joke. Beastly. What is the meaning of beastly? Unpleasant. Beastly means unpleasant. The dangerous things, the things which are very strange, which scares us. Such type of things are called beastly or unpleasant. Cozy. What is the meaning of cozy? In a relaxed or comfortable. The thing which gives you relax or which comforts you. Such types of things are cozy. So what is cozy in the poem? Yes, dark is cozy. Lurking. What is the meaning of lurking? Waiting and moving in a secret way. What is lurking here? Yes, darkness is lurking. The dark lurks. It will hide secretly in the pockets or cupboards to come out. It waits till night comes. Next, loft. What is the meaning of loft? A space at the top of a building under the roof. Why? To keep the things. People will store things in the gap. It is the place on the top and under the roof. That means, for example, it is a building on the top, inside the building, on the top, under the roof. Here some place will be there. Your parents will keep some utensils. No? This slab to keep things, this part is called loft. So, these are the meanings from this poem. I hope you have all understood the poem. Please by heart the poem well and complete this poem, write this poem and meanings in your CW once again. Let us meet in the next class. Thank you.